For over a decade, Nina Kaufman has been the entrepreneurial expert and the go-to attorney for scores of small businesses in New York City. Many have more than one owner, but few have chosen their business partners wisely. They'll say, I really like this person, and we get along well. What else matters? Her answer is this talk, building profitable partnerships. Please welcome Nina Kaufman.
Thank you, David, and good evening, everyone. I'd just like to take a quick poll. How many of you own your own business? Show of hands. Wow, a lot of you. And keep your hands up. How many of you own them with more than one other person? Okay. And how many of you would rather go duck hunting with Dick Cheney than work with a business partner? Yeah. You're not alone. You are not alone. There is a smart way to run a business partnership that will enable it to succeed, and a not so smart way that'll probably guarantee its failure. So which do you want, success or failure?
Success!
Okay, so tonight we're going to talk about success. Once again, I'm Nina Kaufman, and for over a decade I have guided scores of business partnerships to long-lasting success. How? Aside from fabulous legal acumen, I've helped them navigate the three major minefields. How many minefields?
Three.
Three minefields that can destroy an otherwise wonderful business relationship. But to let you know why this is so important, let me first give you a few facts and figures. According to the National Federation for Independent Business, there are 16 million owners of business partnerships in the United States. That's twice the population of New York City. And these business partnerships generate nearly $300 billion in gross revenues. To put that in perspective, it's more than the gross domestic product of Norway. Imagine that. Yeah. So for some other numbers, 50%. 50% is the percentage of all marriages that end in divorce. 70% is the percentage of all business partnerships that go. That's a technical term. That means that a business partnership has less than a 1 in 3 chance of succeeding. So how can you make sure that your business partnership is part of that 30%? So you get your fair share of that $300 billion? You need to navigate the minefields, and here they are. The first minefield is work. What is it?
Work.
Work. Division of labor. If you haven't worked out a division of labor, you're doing one of two things in your business. Either you and your business partner are stepping all over each other's toes, or you're leaving gaping holes where your business desperately has a need that has to be filled. True story. This was, I'm going to date myself now, in the days when faxes and not emails were the prevalent mode of communication. My business partner and I had started our law firm, and I was such a good girl. I was doing accounts payable, accounts receivable, I was handling marketing and networking and office administration, as well as my fair share of the legal work. One day, the ink in the fax machine ran out. And my business partner turns to me and said, hey, the ink ran out in the fax machine. Why didn't you do something about it? I looked at him and said, excuse me, since when am I your servant? He said, well, you're always going shopping for office supplies and stuff. I thought you'd get it. I said, the fax machine is in your office. I thought maybe you'd get off your fat duff and do something about it. And as we're standing there bickering with each other, our office was effectively closed because the fax machine wasn't working. Now, that's a humorous example, but it is a sign of where business partners can go awry in their relationship. And thankfully, we were able to work it out, but not all business owners are quite as lucky. The second minefield is money. What is it?
Money.
Money. Money. Money is the number one reason, and especially the lack of money, number one reason that businesses fail. It is also one of the top issues of contention between business owners. I'll give you another example. Restaurants. 3 owners, business plan scribbled on the back of a napkin. No partnership agreement. We don't need it. We're friends. So they start working. They're working hard. And they're splitting their earnings equally, a third, a third, a third. And then business starts to pick up. So 2 of the 3 owners start working very, very, very hard. And the third one says, you know, I've already worked hard. Do I really need to work very, very, very hard? And he starts to slack off. But he still wants his 1/3 cut. Fair or no fair?
No fair.
No fair. Bottom line, without a written partnership agreement, they have to go to court to work out their money issues, and it destroyed the business. The third major minefield is exit strategy. What is it?
Exit strategy.
Exit strategy. You got yourself into the business. How do you get out of it if you really need to? Situations arise that we don't necessarily plan on. Like, surprise, you're 46 and pregnant with twins. I'm not 46. Or, not so funnily, surprise, it's breast cancer. Or, surprise, daddy has Alzheimer's. Speaking of which, how many of you have elderly parents? Okay, quite a few of you in the room. Did you know that over 50 million Americans provide care for a chronically ill, aged, or disabled family member or friend in any given year? It's a huge number of people. So all sorts of situations can arise that have a profound effect on your life and render you unable to work in the business in the way that you had originally planned. So in order to build a profitable partnership, it's important to navigate the 3 minefields. What are they? Work, money, and exit strategy. And especially to put that together into a written agreement. Because if it's not in writing, it can all blow up in your face. So why blow your chance for that share of that $300 billion? So see me, the entrepreneurial expert, wise counsel for growing businesses, and together we'll take your intense partnership and bring it to intense dollars. Thank you.